The CBD oil market has been expanding at a rapid rate, with many people finding relief from their chronic illnesses through it. 1/3 of those who have epilepsy are resistant to traditional medication and need alternative treatments like medical marijuana products in order for them to not constantly be doubled up by seizures all day long. Take control today. Today we'll explore what CBD oil is and how it can be used as a treatment for epilepsy or other neurological disorders. While we still don't know everything about CBD and how it works in the brain, scientists have found that seizures can be reduced with this chemical. It's possible to treat epilepsy with CBD oil. One thing you should keep an eye out for: does CBD oil help people with seizures? Yes, CBD oil has been shown to help prevent seizures in people and animals. Scientists have found that CBD can reduce the frequency of seizures. It's important for people with epilepsy to know about this research, as it may help them find relief from their symptoms and live a more comfortable life with a reduced chance or even prevent future epilepsy. It is a difficult challenge for families to help their loved ones who suffer from epilepsy. Seizures can cause terrible symptoms, including loss of coordination, trouble speaking or swallowing properly, etc. And many anti-seizure medications come with serious side effects, such as headaches, irritation, insomnia, and stomach indigestion. This cannot always work out well in conjunction, so something else needs consideration, like complementary treatments, which will also reduce your stress level, at the same time making life easier on both ends, and without any additional costs attached, since these products don't cost anything extra, plus they're quite inexpensive anyway. There is a lot of evidence that CBD oil helps people with seizure disorders. Some studies have shown it to be as effective or more so than traditional medications like epilepsy drugs, which don't always offer the best relief for those who suffer from these conditions. However, effects of CBD on people with seizures are mixed. Some say it helps, while others feel nothing has changed. Did you know an estimated 25% of all Americans deal with some form of epilepsy disorder, which means their chances for experiencing a grand mal seizure runs in families, and most likely has genetic factors behind why they develop these complications during pregnancy. And because there's no way to predict who will develop what kind until someone goes through laborious diagnostic testing procedures. How long does CBD oil help prevent seizures? The effects of CBD on seizures are not fully understood, but it may help stop them from happening. Seizures happen when there is too much activity in one area of the brain that causes a temporary disruption to normal function. This can lead to jerky movements or paralysis if left unchecked. There is a lot of scientifically based research that CBD can help stop seizures. The most popular belief about how it works is by reducing the activity in your brain. However, there are other contributing factors, such as lowered anxiety levels and increased communication between neurons. Does CBD oil get you high? No, CBD oil does not get you high. In fact, it's known to have antipsychoactive effects, which means that the user will feel calmer and more relaxed than usual while using it for medical purposes, with no other side effects or risks involved. In addition, there are improvements made towards mental health issues such as anxiety disorders. Depression can be improved by this natural plant extract too. You know that CBD oil doesn't get you high, but what about the THC in marijuana? CBD is a compound found in the cannabis plants that has medical effects. It contains chemicals that help the body by easing seizures. The two main chemicals in cannabis are tetrahydrocannabinol, or THC, and cannabidiol, or CBD. Some people use medical marijuana with CBD because it doesn't make them feel high. But medical marijuana that contains THC will make you feel a bit higher than normal, which could be good for some people who want an anxiety relief valve from their condition. Is there a chance that CBD oil could help ease your child's seizures? There is not yet a medical consensus on this, but many parents are reporting success with natural remedies. There are many treatments for seizures in children. Not all of them work for every child, but some new treatments are gaining ground. Cannabis oil is one example of a natural, non-invasive treatment that some children respond to. CBD oil has been shown to help reduce seizures in children with epilepsy. A study found that a child, Joey, had a decrease in severity after taking CBD supplements. Researchers analyzed the boy's medical records and found he had previously undergone brain surgery. This may help explain some of his symptoms. However, it appears that this medication could still help people without any previous diagnosis. The most common treatment for this condition is medications that must be taken regularly throughout a person's life. However, many people do not like taking these because they can cause side effects or don't work when nothing else does. We now know that CBD does not contain any recreational drugs. Even if you are young enough so that doctors don't give you a prescription, CBD seems to be a better option than the regular medications. Can CBD help pets with epilepsy? When it comes to your dog's health, you want the very best for them. You also know that they can't speak up about their condition and need someone else to help get them treatment, so often there are epileptic attacks which could cause harm or even death if not properly treated. Have you ever wondered if CBD is safe for your furry friend? CBD is a natural supplement that can help your cat stay calm. It's also helpful for their joints and fur. There are many benefits of giving hemp-based supplements like CBD, including calming down or reducing pain caused by arthritis in dogs, who use them as an alternative treatment option instead of going through traditional medical procedures such as surgeries. We don't know much about the safety and efficacy of CBD for dogs, so always talk to your veterinarian before giving it. Know that in some states, vets may not be able to provide professional recommendations or opinions because this topic has been relatively unnoticed by research thus far. The first thing you need to know about giving your dog CBD is that it's not like pouring some into their food. Instead of feeding them an entire bottle worth at once, you can find the perfect dose for your pup with these tips. One thing that you'll need is some CBD oil. It's important that they don't confuse this with hemp or marijuana-based products, since those are both illegal in many countries. First, start with putting a lower dose under your dog's tongue and observe the behavior, and then increase the dose accordingly. What are the side effects of CBD? There's no need to worry about side effects from CBD because they're so uncommon and mild, but some people may experience side effects. The most common ones include dry mouth or eyes due to an increase in the number of fluids consumed while taking it, as well as any medication that needs increased metabolism when taken with other drugs. It is also possible to become sleepy after taking the medication. Also, be aware of any changes in your diet because some people report an increase or decrease in appetite depending on how their bodies react to these substances. Unlike other drugs, it's safe and non-intoxicating, so you can take them with your symptoms without worry. This won't make any of the bad stuff worse, only if correctly prescribed by an expert doctor, of course. Buying CBD oils for seizure. The best way to approach this is through trial and error. There's a lot of new products out there, so you can't trust everything that you come across. The only way to know for sure if the product works or not is by trying. There are a lot of people who ask which compounds they can add to CBD oil, but it's actually very simple. You just make sure that the compounds you're adding don't have negative effects on your health. Some people think that there are no regulations on this, but that's not true. Some CBD oils are labeled full spectrum or broad spectrum and may contain other cannabinoids. Ingredients could include terpenes depending on the manufacturer and quality of your specific product. Some believe that adding other cannabinoids to their CBD oil will enhance the therapeutic effect. However, research does not support this notion, and it may be unsafe due in part because each ingredient has its own set of side effects, which can occur when used alone or together with others at high doses over long periods without adequate supervision from a doctor who knows how you suffer most effectively. The cannabinoid has been shown to have many positive impacts on health and wellness, with no significant detrimental consequences so far as we know. However, before using any supplement or herb, it's important to seek medical advice. This is because supplements are not tested like prescription drugs. Additionally, herbs come from various plants which could have different effects based on what they're used as opposed to taking just one type of medication such as Valium or oxycodone, etc. Finally, keep in mind that we don't know all the side effects yet, so it's important to avoid combining CBD with other medications until more is known. It is impossible to have a seizure without risking harm to yourself or others, so it's important that you find out as soon as possible if your child has this condition. It helps them avoid injury from convulsions by limiting movement during an episode and reducing awareness about what's going on around him or her at the time. There is some evidence showing how using cannabidiol-enriched hemp extract may reduce frequency and duration. However, more research needs completing before we can come up with any solid conclusions here. Well, it's not a cure-all and may make some people worse if they have other health conditions. Although there are questions about the legality of cannabis oil, many people have stated that it's a great drug for treating seizures. Hopefully, you've now learned about CBD oil as a cure for seizure. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this.